Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome back for another video of Convallaria. And today we're going to be taking a look at what's been added for this week for this game. So let's see what we have in the events. Okay, so we got Fireside chat active right now as far as I noticed. Yep. So basically there will be more stuff to do here. Well, this is not like a story based, but this is like a event that you can that will recur every once in a while, I believe. Let's see. I'm pretty sure this is just the typical fireside chat that we had previously. Well, of course they'll revamp things around here. Yeah, just like before. Anyways, let's get to the main part of the video, which is what kind of debut banner are we looking at here? Because as of currently, we're actually looking at the characters that are within the Aryan timeline as some sort. Like that features Inanna, but this time around we got a new destroyer character named Afra or Afra. I think Afra would sounds more appropriate. And alongside that, there's going to be an imprint banner which will have the gear that works well with the new character. This one's called Dream Turbidity. Yeah, I don't know if I pronounced it right, but I apologize if that is not the way. So, anyways, Afra is a interesting character. Let's see what she's about. So this is what she looks like initially. Okay, so she is a magic-based character. Interesting. I guess that makes sense because she holds a magical weapon, which is a staff, of course. Drifter and Fortitude. Interesting. She's not part of Aryan, but we'll see what her kit is about. So her trait is called Dream Catch. M attack and healing effect are increased by 12%, but be immune to frosty tiles, and movement is increased by 2 tiles. At the end of the turn, inflicts nightmare on all enemies within 6 tiles of the character. If the target already has nightmare, additionally inflicts Labyrinth of Dreams 2 and 1 random level 2 debuff. All effects last for 2 turns. Oh wow. Just like looking at this, that sounds pretty brutal. Pretty nasty, of course. Like inflict nightmare, which what let's see what these do. Let's see, nightmare is a debuff that reduces damage by 5%, increased damage taken and piercing damage taken by 5%, and this cannot be immune. Okay. And then if you got Labyrinth of Dreams 2, which is the mark, which will basically it will make your character go to sleep, which cannot be interrupted. Actually, no, sleep cannot be interrupted in its duration. When being inflicted again, or the duration is over, 30% of all damage taken in Labyrinth of Dreams 2 duration is calculated, which should not exceed 600% M attack of the caster. When being inflicted again, additionally deals piercing damage equal to 30% of the caster's M attack. This instance of damage can be counted as damage taken in the Labyrinth of Dreams 2 duration. This cannot be dispelled or immunized. And the frosty ones are basically just like ice, self-explanatory. And then level 2 debuffs are the attack 2 down, crit 2 down, physical defense 2 down, magic defense 2 down, passive skill block, reaction skill block, healing received, and attribute buff block. Yeah, these buffs are pretty dirty. If you got one of these, at least. Like, the ones that are most dirty is, like, the healing receive block. That one is something that, oh man, good luck trying to get your character healthy, because you won't be able to heal when you got hit by that. Okay, moving on. Let's look at the basic skill that she has, called Proverb in Fantasy. It's a basic attack. Single target attack deals piercing damage equal to 50% of her M attack, and inflicts 1 random level 2 debuff and nightmare for 2 turns. After attacking, has a 30% chance to additionally inflict sleep, and which will guarantee to inflict sleep if the target is injured, and this will last for 1 turn. Yeah, even though this is just a classic like basic skill, this actually does something that causes like more dangerous situations. Like If your opponent is like in the healthy state, the sleep will have a 30% chance to be inflicted. But if they're in an injured state, the sleep is guaranteed. So yeah, if you're in the injured state, watch out for her because she is going to put you to sleep, no matter what. And there's no way you can resist it. So yeah, be careful when you're fighting her if you're playing PvP. But mostly you'll be PvEing, so you don't have to worry about this much. And then the next skill we have is a reaction skill called Run My Fron. It's a reaction skill. At the start of the battle, gains Unyielding, which will recover 35% HP when triggered. Cannot be dispelled when taking active attacks. Reduces damage taken by 15% and transforms into a fawn, for 3 turns. This will stay here for 3 turns as a cooldown. So Fawn is an extra trait which basically you cannot move and reduce damage taken by 30% and transfer back to Afra, Afra before the start of the next 2 turns. At the end of the turn, heals all allies within 3 tiles of the character by 60% of her M attack. And what happened in this form is that replaces skill of Afra from Afra form with a skill including Call of the Fawn Spirit Light, Awakening Dreams, Dear Slumber, Trend on Snow, Fawn Steps, and Wake Up Fawn. Okay, that's interesting. And then here's this one here called Tread on Snow. Is an instant skill. Transforms into Fawn and jumps to the target tile, then deals damage equal to 20% of M attack to all enemies within 2 tiles of the character. Oh man, that sounds pretty nuts. This is an instant skill, by the way, so you can transform instantly and it's still your turn. And also on top of that, it would deal AoE damage to all enemies within 2 tiles of it, which is absolutely nuts. Next one we've got Phantom and Fantasy. This one deals damage equal to 50% of M attack to all enemies within 3 tiles of the target range. Before attacking, inflicts Nightmare Vulnerable 2 and Piercing Vulnerable 2. If the target has Nightmare, additionally inflicts Labyrinth of Dreams. And this one basically, like all effects last for 2 turns after attacking. Additionally inflicts sleep on enemies with injured or Labyrinth of Dreams for 1 turn. So this one right here, as long as the enemy is like injured or Labyrinth of Dreams inflicted, it's gonna get them. It's gonna put them to sleep after attacking, which is absolutely disgusting, to say the least. And these are the effects here. Okay, star level. Okay, so it really depends on star level on this one here. So if you have the maximum star level possible, you'll be inflicting the 2 version instead of the 1 version. Okay. Let's see, is this the one that we saw before already? Okay. Now let's take a look what this is. So Dream Telling Game is a class skill, is a passive skill. At the start of the turn, cast 1 Dream Telling skill 1 time and gains 1 NRG. Dream Telling skill will be casted in the order of Dream Entered, Dream Enlightened, and Dream Blessed. So let's see what these 3 are. So Dream Enlightened Entered is the character gains meditation for 2 turns. And I think what this is like it might be increasing some of the int. I think I might be wrong here, but I'm just talking about this as language serve for some reason. But anyways, meditation is I don't know how meditation works in this game. All I do know about meditation is in language serve is that increases your int. But not sure about this though because this is different. Dream Enlightenment dispels 2 debuffs from all allies in battle and grants them the attack 2 up for 2 turns. And then if you had Dream Blessed, if you're casting that, grant physical defense 2 up and magic defense 2 up to all allies in battle for 2 turns. Yeah, this is a useful passive skill. So you'll be activating it after you finish your turn, of course. Actually, no, at the start of the turn. Not finish your turn. No, those are not the same thing. Anyways, like you noticed earlier, Afra is part of Drifter and Fortitude. And then she's a destroyer role, of course. Now let's take on her battles and see how it goes. Okay, Afra's challenge. Let's do it. Finally, I've entered the Silver Wolf's dream. It really wasn't easy. Snow Fawn Afra? What are you doing here? So you went to Area Silver Wolf Queen. It seems you will stay there for a while, won't you?
寝ちゃいましょうね。
This is impossible. You evaded my ambush?
こら、怖い夢だったね。
Your legions of pursuers are interrupting our conversation. Let us fight first. This is odd. Why can't I move forward? Why am I immobilized? Afra, stand behind me.
おはよ
If there's anything to trap Agata, it may well be the worries of her own dreams, no? Silver Wolf Queen, it has been long since you last guided my battle skills. Leave the battlefield to me today, and see if I've improved. What say you?
う。しー、夢の時間
Okay,
よ。
let's begin. Let's see what this is. So, okay, so transform into a front. Let's do that. Oh, hold on. I got an idea. I'm gonna move right here. Actually, no, move back one tile and then go right here.
寝ちゃいましょうね。
And then, let's see. Single target heal. Okay, that might not be ideal, but let's see. We're fine. Those who follow the Radiance are united by faith and invincible by conviction. You're completely different. No matter how strong any of you are, you'll be nothing but scattered sand together. The land of Lucia has its own convictions too. How dare you underestimate the true warrior of the tundra? However, these fellows do seem rather peculiar and difficult to deal with. What use are the high defense and health points of the enemy? Once trapped in my labyrinth of dreams, they will inevitably be shattered by sword and damage. Just focus on the attack. Everyone, just leave any injuries to me.
あなたの悪夢見せて。
Okay, I'm gonna transform back to this, and then I'm going to move right here.
寝ちゃいましょうね。
Okay, now these guys are asleep, and yeah. How are they still guarding when they're asleep? How does that make any sense?
あなたの悪夢見せて。
Okay, that's really weird.
それ。
And they're chipping away their health.
夢見せて。
Okay, let's go and transform right
寝
there.
ちゃいましょうね。
And I'm just gonna heal myself so that way I don't die.
あなたの悪夢見せて。起きていいなんて言ってない。お、おはよ
Gonna heal again. Okay, now that one's asleep.
.起きていいなんて言ってない。
Okay, just chipping everyone away.
しー、夢の時間よ。
And I'm just gonna jump in the middle of
寝
the
ちゃい
group.
ましょうね。
And just going to inflict attack. One of them is dead.
あなたの悪夢見せて。いい夢を。
Let's heal.
おはよ
And then go get out of the range and then AoE.
う。起きていいなんて言ってない。怖い夢だったね。
And both are dead. It has been a long time since I fought alongside the warriors of Lucia, and it is indeed exhilarating. Afra has grown taller after these years. She's now a true warrior of the tundra, I mean. Do remember to acknowledge that when you awaken. A new era is about to begin. The day of the true turning point arrives. I shall come to your area and reunite with you. Wait for me, Silverwool Queen. Where is Afra? Well, it is a dream indeed. Are you looking for me, Afra? A new era? And that, just like that, you completed this challenge. Although initially it should not be that difficult, but if you're not careful, then yeah, you might end up making a lot of mistakes. But thankfully, we don't need to backtrack here because I thought I messed up, but no. Thankfully, April has like a thing that can prevent her from dying too quickly. So anyways, I believe that's about it for this video. Anyways, I'm not playing the summon just yet because I need to save my resources because I don't usually have enough for a 100 pole for this one, so I'm just gonna hold on to that for a while until I have enough resources. Anyways, until then, hope y'all find this video helpful or informative, and I'll see y'all next time.